Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Details about the upcoming Chicago Fire Season 11 finale are bad news for Kelly Severide's return hopes. In the middle of its current run, news broke out that Taylor Kinney was asking for immediate personal time off. Since then, fans of Chicago Fire have been eagerly waiting for his return with still no update regarding it. Will Taylor Kinney's Severide still return to Chicago Fire? The duration of Kinney's leave is intended to be brief. However, Severide's permanent exit is strongly hinted at in Chicago Fire Season 11. In Damage Control, it was disclosed that he was sent to an OFI training camp at the last minute, which is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But given that they were a newlywed couple, even Stella Kidd was perplexed by how fast he took advantage of the situation. With barely any update about Kinney's status at One Chicago, it isn't outside the realm of possibility that his leave turns into him officially exiting the show. Assuming that it's the case, however, Chicago Fire still needs to bring him back, at least one more time. Aside from his professional responsibilities at Firehouse 51, he has also just married Kidd. It would be a massive disappointment if he just permanently disappears and leaves her, especially after all they have been through. If Severide ends up not coming back to Chicago Fire, however, NBC and Wolf Entertainment will have to make big changes to the first responder procedural. After Jesse Spencer's departure, Kinney stepped in and became the poster actor for the series. Losing him will have big ramifications for Chicago Fire and One Chicago as a whole. The Chicago Fire Season 11 finale may have ended with the usual cliffhanger tension that keeps fans buzzing through the summer hiatus. But for those holding out hope that Kelly Severide would make a triumphant and swift return, the story beats are quietly spelling trouble. The kind of trouble that doesn't get fixed in just 1 or 2 episodes. Throughout the final stretch of the season, the writers leaned heavily into a plotline that took Severide off-screen under the guise of an important arson investigation training program, with Stella Kidd left to carry the emotional weight of his absence. At first, the storyline felt like a temporary detour, a way to explain actor Taylor Kinney's sudden departure from filming, but the Season 11 finale's specific beats now suggest a deeper, more prolonged arc that could drag his absence well into Season 12. In the episode, subtle but telling details emerged. Stella's increasingly one-sided communication attempts, vague mentions from other characters about how far this has gone, and a final, emotionally charged scene where she quietly admits to Bowden that she's starting to wonder if Severide's priorities have shifted for good. This isn't the setup for a quick reunion. It's the groundwork for a prolonged off-screen separation, and in television terms, that's bad news for anyone hoping for an early Season 12 Severide rescue. The finale didn't just write him out temporarily. It planted seeds of doubt about whether he even wants to come back to 51 right now. To make matters worse, the episode closed several character arcs in ways that tighten the crew without him. Carver stepping into a bigger role alongside Kidd, Gallo showing unexpected leadership in a rescue scene, and even Cruz making decisions that hint he's becoming Bowden's unofficial right-hand man. All of this subtly tells the audience that Firehouse 51 is adapting to life without Severide, which makes it narratively harder to slot him back in without disrupting the chemistry the finale worked so hard to establish. The writers have also doubled down on giving Stella her own independent storylines, meaning her character's emotional beats no longer hinge entirely on Severide's return. Add in the fact that the finale introduced a brand new Firehouse rivalry through a multi-company rescue gone wrong, one that will clearly carry into Season 12, and it's easy to see how the show can keep building momentum without rushing his comeback. While nothing is ever set in stone, and Chicago Fire has pulled surprise reunions before, the reality is that the Season 11 finale carefully positions Severide's absence as both a narrative mystery and a catalyst for other characters' growth. That's smart from a writing perspective but worrying for fans who want him back on screen ASAP. It suggests that the show might be using his off-screen time to retool 51's dynamic and possibly reintroduce him in a high-stakes storyline much later, maybe even mid-season, when the emotional impact will be bigger. For now, the last images of the finale leave us with Stella walking out of the Firehouse alone, phone in hand, staring at a text thread with no new messages from Severide. A wordless but heavy indicator that their story is in limbo. The message is clear. Severide is still out there, somewhere, chasing his new professional path, but 51, and the show itself is learning to live without him. And if the finale's tone is anything to go by, that learning period isn't ending anytime soon. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my sister wives to our channel and stay with TS.